Our dear friend, Redneck Common Potato, says, I think OJ should pull a Margera and get a penis brand on his ass. Penis brand on his ass.
Yes, this happened 2 weeks ago, and you said ass.
Wait,
I was a little shocked.
Can I be here if I'm in California?
You're denying this was you that did this.
You think I would slip like that? What's wrong with you?
I'm going to do some investigations here. Is there perhaps a second OJ among us?
If you thought you were pleased with pulp, prepare yourselves for my awesome applesauce. When OJ's away, AJ shall play.
All right. I think I can. Oh, I can. This is John Rambo Presents the show. My name is John, and I'm joined by my best friend, an even greater enemy. John O.J. Harrington is here.
Yeah.
What's going on with that intro there, dude? It was a little kind of a strange one.
Yeah. What's the deal?
You tell me.
Like, what did you put in my food?
I don't know what's going on. Perhaps more will be revealed to you in the coming weeks in the intros of the show.
Aside from the fact that it looks like I'm pooping.
Was that you?
If so, you must have drugged me.
I was not involved.
I think I would remember if I'd done that.
I was not involved in this, John.
What
actually happened there is I was playing a video showing that you were not the one that cursed, and somehow there was some interference and someone else spliced into the stream and played a video, someone calling themselves AJ. I don't know what this is about.
That would explain the technical difficulties some people are seeing.
We should probably stop talking about this and, because it's pretty stupid. So let's continue. John, how's it going today, sir?
It's going all right. Another exciting Wednesday.
Yeah, is that a bad day for you?
It's okay.
What's your favorite day of the week?
Saturday or Friday.
The days that I come over and I make you film. Are those the days that are your favorite?
Well, I do get milkshakes and burgers, which is pretty sweet.
That's how I pay you. That's all it takes. John's like the finest automobile there is. And you don't have to put gas in it. Milkshakes. There you go. So, we're up today. Got a pretty good show. I'm not going to say it's a good show because we didn't do it yet, so I don't really know that. I'm not going to be presumptuous like that, you know? But we got a show. We do have a show. Right? And as we get started here, before we get... Are you denying that we're doing a show? We're not doing... What?
I'm not denying, but I just had to refresh the dang thing.
What's going on?
The entire stream was a black screen for me for the past, 5 minutes.
Can other people see it?
I think Slinky couldn't, but it's all good now.
All right, it's all good now?
Someone couldn't see it.
We're having some technical problems. Lo and behold.
Technical problems? Us?
Yeah. So last week we talked about this. Mr. Ed Trotta was on the show 2 weeks ago, actually.
Guy's the man.
Yes. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. He's an artist, basically. And one of the things he brought up was that he used to have a fan club, and he felt upset because he kind of let his fan club kind of go. And it's been many years, and technology has progressed nicely, and it's a lot easier to do these types of things. I think that was probably one of the issues. You'd have to send a postcard, and then you'd have to take it, and then write a letter and do all kinds of things. But now social media stuff makes it nice and simple. So I've taken it upon myself. I am now the president of the Ed Trotta fan club, and we've set up a page for him. You are the vice president, John.
Yeah!
So what I'd like to do, I'm going to post this in the chat. Here it is. I'm also going to post it, if you're watching the YouTube version of this show, it will be in the description as well. So I'd like you guys to go over there and hit the like button, leave some comments. We're going to try to update it every week. Ed actually is going to try to go in there and talk to you guys as well. So if you leave comments and stuff, he's going to try to go in there and,
nice.
If I can help him do that, he's going to try to have a little conversation with all you guys. And I showed him the page, was happy with it. we've come to an agreement, John.
Oh?
Ed will be coming on the show. It looks
Okay.
like at least once a month.
Okay.
And we're gonna do maybe give him we'll do a half hour or something like that once a month. And he's got all kinds of things he wants to do. He wants to play guitar.
Oh.
He has a ventriloquist act that he does. He wants to do that. So we're gonna do all kinds of things with Ed. And we've now he's part of the team, John. And
He's the man.
It's a great blessing.
Wonderful. He's a really nice guy.
And Ed watched SchnozHole Punch, and he liked it. He liked it a lot. He had a lot of nice
Glad
things
to
to
hear
say
that.
about it. And he has some wisdom there, and he told me some stuff that was pretty helpful.
Yeah, I got to thank him for that.
He told us to watch Twilight Zone, the old Twilight Zone.
Oh, that was such a good show.
There's a lot of he says I used to watch it. I haven't watched it in many years, but he said like the stuff they would pull off with basically no digital effects and stuff like that. It was good. It would teach us some things, perhaps.
We could certainly use the information. Just saying.
Yeah. SchnozHole Punch is pretty out of control. We and John are having a conversation today. We're looking at one of the episodes. I'm kind of tallying up how long things are. And I go, John, episode 7 looks to be about 40 minutes long. Which I think is good, because I think
Well,
it's good stuff. But it's pretty crazy that we're doing this much.
To say the least, yes.
I just hope it's not counterproductive in the end.
Well, it's gonna be good.
People are like, this is way too long. But I think episode 6 and 7 will be longer than the other 5 combined.
Episode 8, 2 minutes.
Episode 8, 5 minutes. Yeah. Hole Punch
Oh, man.
falls downstairs and is trapped, and that's the end.
I just want to see it happen.
Oh, we're on track.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a wonderful time.
But that's something for another day to discuss. You seem very confused. You okay?
Yeah, I finally got the stream working again. Everything was messed up.
You seem very upset today. What's happening?
How you say that like every day?
Are you okay with
You say I'm upset like every day.
I'm just trying to take care of you. I'm trying to rock you like a baby OJ. Rock him. Rock
like
him
a
back and
Clementine.
forth. Give him his bottle, put him to bed. Spank his ass, put him to bed. Is your stuff working or not?
Wait, what?
Is it all working or no? You fine?
It's all working now.
All right.
It's a little skippy and whatnot, but it's all working.
All right, don't worry about it. You do need to see that though, so try to get to work.
Try to get what to work. Oh yeah. The
So
stream.
today's show is pretty much going to be about comic books. So if you like comic books, you got some stuff going on for you. Something you might enjoy. If you don't like comic books, this might not be something you like. You might want to go do something else. Hopefully you don't. But if you like it,
see why we like comic books and give them a try yourself.
Right. Or if you just like hearing us talk about things, then that's fine too. You can just stick around. We don't want to see you go. We like you.
We like you all.
So what I've done is I've kind of spent a little bit today. I've about 10 million comics. I don't know how many. I have 10 boxes of comics, John.
That's a lot.
I've gotten over the years. And I haven't bought like single issues in several years. And I kind of put all these boxes away. But I wanted to do this show today where I kind of went through it and I was going to pull some stuff out.
Yeah.
Show you guys. But there's just so much. So I've done the best I could. I've pulled some things out. Best I could. But I think one day I'm gonna have to do more of a comprehensive thing.
What do you mean?
There's enough here that I could do maybe a video or two, going through them.
You
better.
think?
Yeah. But I went through quick. I pulled out some good stuff, and it's kind of interesting when you go through stuff that you bought and you read, and then you look at it and I remember this at all. I don't remember having this.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Where did this come from?
Some of this stuff kind of hits you though. It's like nostalgia factor thing. It's like, oh, I remember I was working at this crappy job when I got this. And then you look at another one of the issues and oh, I remember I was working at that other crappy job when I got this. You know, it kind of brings you back to that time period in some ways.
It's like that's what I had. It's like looking at this and like this is what I read when I was a small child. Because my parents didn't let me buy too many comics because I didn't have any money.
All right, tell us about your history with comic books, John. Where did it all begin?
My history with
You
comic
like
books
them,
is
right?
mostly...
Do you like them?
Did I bite them?
Do you like them? Do you enjoy them?
Yeah.
All right, where did it all begin?
I don't even know how it started. I think when I was a little kid. I mean, I always liked Superman and stuff.
Yeah.
But who didn't like Superman, especially a little dude? But I think it was really once I saw the X-Men animated show that I went, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. I went and bought the X-Men cards. My dad got me an entire set in a binder once.
Yeah, the X-Men cards were big. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. But I do remember from when I was a really little kid, there was this one random comic we got at like a thrift store. They had one issue of Green Lantern and the Flash. And it was an issue where they're stuck in the jungle, and due to the radiation of this big meteorite, the Flash develops a gigantic brain like Hector Hammond and can no longer walk but has psychic powers. And Green Lantern becomes a Neanderthal.
And this is like, I'm into comics now.
Yeah, that was it.
Isn't that kind of a weird issue to do that, though?
A little bit.
Why do you think this happened? What did the Neanderthal remind you of? Did it have some kind of meaning to you?
Well, I think I just like Green Lantern because I wanted to pick a character that not everybody else liked. So I was like, oh my gosh, Green Lantern, you're the best. Because people don't know who you are. At least not my friends. So I love you. Stuff like that. I mean, that was just one instance. But after I saw the X-Men cartoon, I was pretty much a Marvel guy for the next 10 years or so.
Yeah, you loved Green Lantern, and Cyclops and Green Lantern are your guys.
Oh, yeah.
Which one do you like better? If you could marry one of them, which one would it be?
I could marry one of them?
Yes.
So you're asking me to choose between a guy who's got some serious...
All right, how about this? Marry, have sex with, or kill? Green Lantern, Cyclops, Hawkman. Go for it. Are you not doing it? Are you ignoring me?
No, it's simple. It's simple. You kill Hawkman, marry Arisha from the Green Lantern Corps, and have sex with a different female Green Lantern from the Green Lantern Corps, who is also attractive.
So we're children. What year were you born? 85?
84.
84, okay. I was born in 83. So we're children of the 80s, and the late 80s, early 90s, comics were huge. There's been a couple, during the history of comics, if you look at it, there's like certain like boom periods.
Yeah.
It started all the way back to the dawn of printing things, you know? Mm-hmm. And the late 80s, early 90s was a huge time. I think it really started with the Batman movie, 1989.
Oh, I remember watching that as a kid and being terrified.
Of what? Nicholson?
The Batman movie.
You were just watching an interview with Nicholson. It wasn't even the movie. You were just, oh my god, this guy's frightening to me.
Because the man is terrifying.
Nicholson...
He's a scary dude.
Nicholson was on Carson doing promotion for the movie. And that's what John saw. He thought it was Batman. He was scared. So, 89 Batman was big time, and I think that's like when I started getting into like superhero stuff. I did see the movie in the theaters.
What'd you think?
And I was like, I love superheroes. I got all the toys. I love Batman now. I love him. You know what's interesting? I actually read today that that movie sold more tickets than The Dark Knight.
What?
Rises. Yeah,
they were cheaper.
Well, there's less things to do as well. In 1989 compared to 2012, I mean, it's, you know.
And you couldn't just go pirate the movie from the interwebs.
Yeah, and there's
Not that I advocate such behavior.
And then if you didn't get it, you had to wait like a year for it to come on VHS because it took forever back then.
Yeah.
We used to go to the movies like you see the same movie like 3-4 times.
Because you weren't going to get to see it again.
Because you were never going to see it again for like forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't know if y'all out there have seen this before, but it just know about this, but it would take a while.
Yeah, it would take a while. Stone Ages, man. So I was like I'm really into comics, and my uncle actually was a big comic guy, and he's got the ultimate collection, John. It's actually at my grandparents' house. Oh. Yeah, he has it there because he moved and he just left it all there. It's like probably 50 boxes, and that would be one hell of a video if we went in there with like camera one day and just started digging through it. It would take us like days. We might be buried, they might fall, and we'd be trapped inside the room. But he was into comics, and I started looking at stuff he would read, and he would go to like the comic shop, and sometimes he would take me. I saw Yeah, hold on. Let me put my light on. I gotta put a light on so I can show my comics here. Hold on. Keep talking.
So yeah, like I was saying, if you had to do murder, death, kill with that group, there's plenty of Green Lanterns to take care of all of the answers, so you'd be good.
What
I
are you
mean, if
talking
you wanted
about?
to be a jerk, you'd say you'd kill Sinestro too.
What are we talking about?
Nothing.
So, we go to the comic store, and one of the things that caught my eye, I remember vividly seeing it. It was some X-Men comic, obviously, but I didn't know what it was at the time. And it was Professor X on the cover, and then behind him was like the X-Men. It was like this bald dude, and then I was like, what is this about? You know, what is this? Is he like their coach? Because I'm like, okay, it's like sport. He's like the coach.
They put Picard on a sports team.
Well, he wasn't Picard then. This is probably like 1990. So,
Wow.
one of the first things I ever got, this may look familiar to you, John.
Mm-hmm.
This is X-Men #1. Have you seen this
What?
before? Yeah, this is the later X-Men series that came out. It was Jim Lee as doing the art, and Chris Claremont was the writer.
Yeah.
And this sold 3 million copies. This right here.
3 million.
3 million copies, and it really started a big thing. I think at the time it was like the biggest selling comic ever when it first came out. And then
Was this the one where they went to the island?
No.
Okay.
Look at.
Which
You
one was
looking?
this?
Are you looking? You say?
Oh, he's got the orange costume on. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what really started it, and the X-Men became a huge deal. And then what happened was Fox made the TV series that John was talking about, which was kind of was like a watered down version of that run.
It was
You know.
so good.
It had the
For a
same
cartoon.
comics. They tried to mimic the Jim Lee art and the costumes and stuff like that. And look how good this art is. Look at this. This is issue 11. Look at that, John.
Who's the doofus with his hand up in front? The guy on the right's more important.
Don't be a jerk.
How do you know I'm not talking about Gambit?
Don't be a lunatic. And they started doing this stuff. You see this? This has like a prism card. See that?
What the what?
They started doing all this like fancy stuff with covers. There's fold out covers. There's holographic covers, gold foil. That was basically a way that they could sell like 5 copies of the same thing. Because you must collect all the covers. You must get them all, right?
Gotta catch 'em all. X-Men books.
Yeah.
So,
And
I
this
was
is
trying to remember.
interesting.
Was Jim Lee the guy who said he loved drawing the optic blasts?
I don't know. He's done a lot of things. And it was such a big deal. It was actually became like a mainstream thing. As you can see by this is X-Men. And this came from Pizza Hut.
Oh, I had those. Oh my gosh.
You go to
I got
Pizza
the X-Men
Hut,
Pizza Hut things.
And this was a big deal. You go to Pizza and you go, I want the comic book. When you buy the pizza, you get a comic book. When people were collecting these things, they'd buy like multiple pizzas. So they can collect all the issues.
Oh, I love
And
those.
here we are 20 years later. I looked this up today. This is worth nothing. And everyone
Yeah.
everyone thought it'd be worth something. But it is not.
No, I actually had some of those old comics.
Yeah.
And I had the one where I think they're all in the like they get trapped inside a computer in the danger room or something, and they have to fight virtual copies of each other to get out. And I got that
Were
for
you
eating a
nervous
pizza.
there? Were you afraid they weren't going to make it?
A little bit.
What did you think was going to happen?
That they might get deleted.
So yeah, I think the X-Men animated series was a big thing. Got kids into this comic.
Oh, it was great.
And then all the cards came out. I have all the cards, but I don't feel like pulling those out right now.
I had some cards.
And at school, the kids would like trade the cards.
They banned card trading at our school.
They eventually banned it because people were stealing cards from each other, fighting over cards, and doing all the things that kids do, and all the things that people now do on the internet instead of in real life.
I don't want to hear.
Do you want to talk about X-Men animated series a little bit or no? We already did that last week, right?
Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah.
We did?
So this is the early 90s, and the X-Men's big, right? The comics are booming. So then some other things come out. You had like Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee had these big artists, and they decided to go out and make their own companies. They left because they couldn't own like their characters in Marvel
That made them
and
sad.
DC. So they made Image Comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Image was huge at one point. And the biggest thing they had, Todd McFarlane made this Spawn. Spawn #1, John. See that?
That was a very, very happy fellow who was just so pleased with the way everything in his life went.
And Spawn was a character for the '90s. You know, he wasn't a Boy Scout. He was a guy that murdered people and cursed and did vile things. And people in the '90s go, "Oh, that's amazing."
You're so edgy.
Look at this cover. This wouldn't have existed any other time. Look at that. This is #7. People just buy this like crazy. You know,
Is that just him with like?
1,000 guns.
Yeah.
And I started collecting Spawn. I actually have Spawn. I have like 1 through 130 or something like that. If anybody wants these, I'll let you have. I'll sell them to you for $5. Yeah, I have a box that's just Spawn that I'll never look at again. But I mean, it was cool stuff, you know. Did you ever read it?
Well, the story was pretty dark.
The art was amazing.
Well, I'm trying to remember the story. Like, did he like what? He died and like gave his soul to the devil to try and save his family's life or something.
He comes back, and then he eventually turns on the devil.
What you think?
Ramborgia. And there was a Spawn movie. You've seen
Yeah,
it?
there was.
You seem upset.
Not
You seem like you're stressed out about this Spawn movie.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You're like, all right.
Wasn't great, man.
So they get a little more violent, right? Like Spawn, Image Comics, a little more violent.
Oh, are you getting to where I think you're going?
I don't know, maybe. So then, of course, Marvel's got to kind of come back, and they
Yup.
got to kind of do their own thing. So then we got X-Force. See that? So now all of a sudden, the Marvel guys are a little more violent. They got guns and shit too.
Dude, that guy looks like the Thing, but made of skin and metal.
Who does? Oh,
Cable.
Cable.
It's like you took. It's kind of funny because you took what like. You combine a guy. You gave him guns, a glowing eye, and like Colossus's arm.
You like Cable?
And you made him like Captain Grizzled. All right. Like Saturday Night Live had an old skit. Who's more grizzled? Cable wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that Rob Liefeld?
Yeah.
That explains so much.
And then we got some wacky crossover things. This was a huge title. You know, both of these franchises have kind of gone extremely downhill in the last 20 years. This was a big deal.
X-Force?
Here we
Everyone
go.
loves X-Force.
RoboCop vs. the Terminator #1.
How is that?
And you know how big this was? It was so big, in fact, that they made a Genesis and Super Nintendo game on it. Off a comic book series. Think about that. So that was blowing people's minds. It was like RoboCop's fighting the Terminator. Are you kidding me?
Doesn't RoboCop not even run? Doesn't he just kind of walk really slowly?
I don't see how you could take on a Terminator, but apparently he did.
He's just a dude with a revolver.
No, he's got metal parts, and he has automatic weapons and stuff.
Yeah, but they're still just regular weapons.
Actually, let me go to this screen so I can show it bigger. There we go. I set this whole thing up, then we never didn't use it. John's all small.
Oh no, what happened?
John's all tiny.
Why did you do
Did
that?
you ever read this, John?
Did I say what?
This is just stuff I pulled.
Okay.
This is The Incredible Hulk, Future Imperfect.
What the heck? What?
And this
What
is
the-
like this is a cover that's like a raised, has like a raised bumpiness to it. See that?
John, wait, can you do that again?
You want me to rub it? What?
John just keeps... Yeah, sure.
What are you imagining when I'm doing it? What the hell?
John just keeps wanting to feel up the Hulk. It's obvious.
So, what it's about is like the Hulk goes into the future and there's like a tyrant, a dictator, it's taken over everything. Then he finds out that's himself.
What?
It's himself. It's himself that's old now is the bad guy. He became
How?
bad.
It's the Hulk.
And there's an awesome scene where he goes into like this museum or something like that and has all the heroes that he killed. Like they're like Captain America's shield is there. Wolverine's bones are on display. He killed all these characters.
What? How? I guess that would. Really?
Why?
And he gets a gray beard?
Yeah, and he's bald.
Gray beard?
He's got male pattern baldness here, and he got to grow the beard because you got to compensate for the disparity of the hair.
He looks like Uncle Iroh.
Do you like the Hulk, John?
He's pretty cool.
He's only pretty cool. He's not.
No,
Green
he's a
Lantern
good
level.
character. I just feel bad for him, but I don't get when they start making him smarter than Hulk Smash.
You like the dumb Hulk.
But I don't know.
I think the challenge with writing the Hulk is like he's supposed to be unstoppable and unbeatable, but you have to kind of have things happen to him where he's in peril, and it's hard to do when you want to maintain that the character's like unstoppable, right?
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's very easy to do that. You put him in great danger because he's a small dude, and
Yeah, he's fragile.
right. So it's easy to make that suspense, but with like the Hulk and certain giant characters, it's a lot harder to do that. So they tried to add other elements to it. They tried all kinds of things with the Hulk.
Like, isn't that why they basically kept retconning Wolverine's healing power until it's weaker now?
I don't even know where it's at because I'm out of it.
They might have brought it
But
stronger.
it got completely ridiculous.
Ugh.
The thing about Wolverine is like he's like the only one that actually gets hit with bullets and stuff because he can get a heal.
He just shrugs it off.
So he always gets hit with things that no one else will ever get hit with when they write it.
Except Colossus.
Yeah.
Or maybe Rogue pre-power control.
Yes.
Because, well, they just keep... What are they supposed to do? They can't leave these characters static. That's part of the problem with comic books. If you're going to keep the same characters going on for, like, 20 years, 50 years, you got to change stuff at some point. I mean, how long have the X-Men... The X-Men have been around since, like, the 50s, right? 60s? 60s?
60s.
Dude, they were, like, teenagers then. They're, like, 60 now.
One thing that you and I were talking about one day is how, like, certain characters are certain characters are more popular at certain times.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think originally like the Fantastic Four was like the most popular thing. It was like the most popular thing they had like in the 60s. And then
Fantastic Who?
Yeah, and no one cared about them anymore.
I don't know. They got their 2 good movies. They were awesome.
And then X-Men I don't think was that popular at first. And that really caught on later on.
Well, yeah, they had to kill him for like 5 years.
What?
Didn't the comic go on hiatus for 5 years?
I think I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I think it was in danger of not doing anymore. Then they brought it back, and that became the biggest thing. And we were talking about this because Deadpool's like the most popular thing out of nowhere, like for the last couple of years. That's like the biggest thing ever, Deadpool.
Well, yeah, because he's got so many pouches.
It's all about the pouches.
Rob Liefeld, all about the pouches.
So that was a lot of stuff. So that was some of the stuff I read when I was a kid. Oh, here's another one. Let's go back to our other window.
Whoa.
So this was a big thing. Death of Superman. Do you remember this at all? You're too young.
Yes, I actually had
Look at this
several
cover.
of these comics.
Look how insane this cover is. He's got black blood all over him.
Is that supposed to be Doomsday's blood?
I think it's his. It's coming out of his nose.
Good point.
I don't know how
Well, maybe
Doomsday's blood got into his nose. So
Could
the
happen.
death of Superman, that was huge. That was all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Well,
like
people
me-
were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You're just going to...
It was in the news. It was on the radio. People were talking about people waiting in lines around the building. And then it all came out, and it wasn't really that great. And then he just came back anyway.
Yeah, but they did a lot of stuff. I actually had the comic where he's dead, going through the afterlife, and he finds his father, like, his adopted father, and who's, like, dying of a heart attack or something.
He, like, helps him, he, like, pulls him back or something.
Yeah, he pulls him back from, like, crazy angel succubi or something. I don't really get it.
And that one was nuts. There was all types of different versions. There was a white bag, a white poly bag, a black poly bag. And the poly bags was like, you get it, and if you open it, then it goes, supposedly you ruin the value of the comic, but essentially it's a book. So you're buying stuff that you can't even look at. I don't know, it made no sense.
I don't know. That's kind of how I treat a lot of stuff.
This is what people were doing back then. And none of this stuff is worth anything now.
But
Imagine that. Let's go to the grocery store, buy this gallon of milk, but you can't drink the milk, John.
I may have
It's far
done
more
that.
valuable if you just leave it out.
I may have, well, not for value's sake, but for forgetting's sake. I don't know. I mean, the whole Death of Superman thing, they did some interesting stuff by bringing up 4 random Supermen. They're like, no, here's the new Superman character. This is what y'all are going to have to deal with.
Which one was your favorite?
Well, the last Son of Krypton was just hilarious. He just ran around, like, setting jaywalkers on fire. He was just a jerk. Then you had Steel, who's, like, a human in a metal suit.
Why do people think that? I never understood. Why do they think that was Superman? They think Superman...
Because it looked just like him.
It didn't look anything like him. That was Shaq.
What, the last Son of Krypton?
That was Shaq. No, Steel.
Oh, no, Steel. Yeah, Steel didn't look anything like
Right.
Superman. But maybe Superman, burned all his hair off when he fought Doomsday. Then you had the cyborg Superman, who was the Superman Terminator robot.
Yeah.
And then you had Superboy, who was a total snot and got ticked off if you called him Superboy and was pretty funny.
He was like an early 90s rebel.
Yeah, wearing the leather jacket.
He had a
and the
leather
glasses.
jacket. Yeah. He was a badass. He would have been on like 90210 or something.
Oh, gosh,
I had
seriously.
this. This is interesting. This is just the graphic novel, I guess you call it. This is the original Secret Wars. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, on that foreign planet thing, right?
Did you read that?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's where Spider-Man finds the black suit. And then it's actually great. Like it has all the heroes in it, right? But Doctor Doom steals the show completely.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing Doctor Doom story. Did I make you read that?
You let me read that. You didn't make
I
me.
made you read some stuff.
Let me.
John, I was trying to set you up. I knew someday we would be doing this. Did you know
You
that?
weren't forcing me to read any of this.
But I
John.
would suggest it because I knew someday this would happen. I knew years ago that this moment right now would happen, and you could talk about in great detail the Secret Wars. So go ahead, John.
Everybody fought everybody.
So it's a great Doctor Doom story. He actually like takes on Galactus,
Oh, it's amazing.
and some of the lines he has are so ridiculous. And I think there's a part where like Galactus is like killing him or something, ripping him apart or something, or he tries to absorb Galactus's power, but it's too much, and he's like being ripped apart. And I think it says like, "But he will survive, for he is Doom" or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's just great stuff.
You dare to oppose Doom?
So then I read 2 books. This was a little bit later on, and I made John read these as well. And first one, of course, Dark Knight Returns. These are my two favorite things of all time. Anyone should check these out. Frank Miller.
Very
Dark
happy
Knight
man.
Returns. Oh, he's great. So I read that, and then I went back and I read all his Daredevil stuff, and Daredevil became like my favorite character.
Oh man.
But Dark Knight Returns, it's like they took your Batman from your childhood and your Superman and your happy superheroes, and then they brought it into this like crazy political and violent and insane, more realistic world.
Yeah, seriously. Like, what would really happen in the universe with a man like this? What would actually go down?
And then the other one won't show. Where does this going, right? Where's this going?
Kingdom Come?
No.
I know.
So Watchmen, and of course they made the movie about it, or the movie version. Alan Moore, and I liked Watchmen so much that I have the graphic novel, I have the issues. Then my girlfriend got me this when we first started going out. This is the Absolute Watchmen. Look at the size of this. This is
Whoa!
my
That
head,
thing is a beast!
and it's just the book. It's just the book in it.
That's not a book, that's like...
It's just the giant version of the book.
That's armor.
And she got me this when we first started going out. I guess she was trying to impress me. Little did she know all she had to do was have sex with me. I would have been impressed. But she decided to give me this book.
Oh,
So I appreciate that. Talk to us about The Watchmen, John.
Well, The Watchmen...
I remember you read it and you were like amazed, and you made your dad read it.
Yeah, I think I lent it to him or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it really does a good job of showing what happens when you have superheroes in a flawed world who are also flawed people. Because nobody's going to be perfect like Superman or any of that jazz.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a problem. I mean, you've got, Dr. Manhattan, who can't connect with anybody, and people are terrified of him. You got Night Owl, who's a little self-conscious and doesn't know if he's quite up for this.
You know the whole cast.
Yeah, you got everybody. Everybody's got their issues. Rorschach, everyone calls him a fascist because he kind of is sometimes. And the comedian who's the comedian. But you really see, like, how dark things get from, like, the beginning it seems all happy, and then you kind of see what's going on behind the scenes of the first Watchmen team. The Minutemen, were they called?
I think so.
Yeah. That was not pretty.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you just work your way down, and you just see where things go. And the villain, he makes it sound like it's not a bad idea for a bit.
Right.
He makes it sound so reasonable, and that's kind of the scary part. He's
Well,
doing all these.
that's how reality is, though. It's never like this. It's never black and white, as they say, right? Things are always a little muddy. So.
Yeah, but you get through it, and then. But seriously, his master plan was kind of dumb. I got to that page, and I think I just started laughing. Well,
He's insane.
Because the plot, the scheme is just that's what you were doing this entire time. All of this was for that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a breather. We're gonna come right back, and you can tell me your real master plan. Because I'm not gonna take this seriously anymore. The movie did something a little bit more believable, but the book was still way better.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
Yeah, I think so. I think some that hurt the movie is like the people that read the book were telling everyone you have to see this because this is the best book ever, and it had big shoes to fill, you know. And people go see it and they're like, oh, it's okay. I mean, I don't know, you know. That's kind of what happened. But think about those two things. Those two, Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen, came out like the same couple of years. Think about how crazy that is. That's a damn good run right there.
That was a good year.
And that changed everything. Forever. John, here's something interesting.
Oh?
This is from 1991. I don't know. This might have some value to it. This is by Valiant Comics. Remember Valiant Comics? Believe it or not.
Prince Valiant?
No, believe it or not, Valiant Comics was competing big time with Marvel and DC in the early 90s. They had their own universe, Exo-Man of War, Turek the Dinosaur Hunter, so on and so forth. I can't remember the other ones. I think it was there was like a ninja type dude. And they were right up there with Marvel. The comics were very valuable. And they were putting out all kinds of stuff. They actually had Nintendo. They had the Nintendo license to put out Nintendo stuff. So check this out. This is the Nintendo comic system, John. And
I want that.
I guess it's from 1991.
No, give.
This needs
That's
some sort of a bagger to it.
That's
But
mine.
as you can see, it has a Legend of Zelda comic. Captain N, who's like what is he, like he's like a jock from some Nintendo high school, and he wears the coat.
If you can call him a jock when all he does is sit around playing Nintendo instead of cleaning his room.
I guess in Nintendo world he's a jock. He's got the jock jacket on. So
That's just what everyone wore.
Metroid, which is not shown, just says Metroid. Mario Brothers and Punch Out. And on the back it has a little comic there. I'll try to get so you can see it. And it's Toad goes, I've never seen the king this mad before. And then Mario says, no telling what he'll do. I don't know what that's about.
As you know what I mean.
And here, the welcome come in. I don't know if I would go in if you saw that, would you?
Welcome. Come on in.
Yeah.
Actually, that's back before Mario had a voice, where he might have sounded like a normal human
You
being.
made up your own voice for him. Yeah, Magnus Robot Fighter. It's another one that they had. They were advertising that.
Magnus Robot Fighter?
You don't know any of this?
I don't know Magnus Robot Fighter.
So this is kind of a cool thing. This is issue number 2. So I guess this was like a series. This was $4.95, which is kind of expensive for that time, wasn't it? 1991.
How much?
$4.95 for this. This would probably be like $10 today.
No, don't take it away. I want it.
You're not. No, you're not having that.
Oh, jerk.
And of course, big things that happens with comics is they like to do these big crossover events type
Which
things.
one you got this time?
I got a bunch of them. I just pulled some random stuff. I didn't do a very good job with this. But they do these big crossovers. You got to buy multiple issues, blah blah blah. And I got back into comics. Let's see, probably like 2000, 2001, because that's when I got money and I had a job then. And when I first got a job, and started buying a lot of comics, and one of the things that came out maybe a little bit later than that, DC did this thing called 52. This is kind of a cool cover. This is week 1. They would be once a week for 52 weeks.
That was that long ago?
I don't think so. It was probably... I'm just talking in general terms. So they did this 52, then they did Countdown, and they just kept this going for years and years of different...
They went from 1 to 52, and then from 52 down to...
Yes, I have all of this. I have all of this crap. If anyone wants to buy these things, I will definitely talk to you about it.
And then don't forget after that, the ones I actually have, which are over here somewhere. I've got all of Blackest Night.
Well, that's good, though. I have all of 52. I have all of Countdown. I think there was something called World War III or something like that. They did a lot of gimmicky stuff. I mean, and especially in the 90s, this really killed the comics off. People don't know what they were getting anymore. Like, I want to get this, whatever, #1. And there'd be like 50 versions of it. And people, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't want any of this.
Like, do I want the shiny cover, or do I want the matte cover?
Right.
Ooh, the eggshell white is
the gold
very
prism
artsy.
or the silver prism.
It's a comic book.
The one that's smeared with Stan Lee's DNA. How
Oh,
about that?
Excelsior.
Yeah. Here's just a bunch of stuff. Let's see. This is kind of a cool thing. I got kind of an oddball stack right here. This is stuff I started going to conventions. I started going to like comic conventions. This is before like anime was around. It was just be hardcore comic fans at comic books, and that was all it was, man. And a lot of people would be like middle-aged dudes walking around just
And what'd you find?
buying. All right, Sean cut me off.
No, sorry. I was
So
just
here's
saying,
something. This is kind of older.
I was just thinking of comic book guy from The Simpsons.
It's probably from the 80s. What if Wolverine battled Conan the Barbarian?
That's
What
not
if?
even a fight.
What if, John?
That's not a fight.
What do you mean it's not a fight? That's a great fight.
What are you kidding?
Why?
It's Wolverine.
So what's Conan?
Wolverine's practically
It's not Conan.
invincible.
It's not Conan O'Brien. It's Conan the Barbarian.
I want
He took
Conan
on-
to win, but it's effing
He
Wolverine.
took on dragons and giants. What do you mean? That's a good fight right there.
That's a terrible fight.
I know that they just did Avengers vs. X-Men,
Oh, gosh.
but when I was reading comics, they did some
Excuse-
interesting stuff. There was a partnership with DC and Marvel. Avengers and the JLA came out. This was a
Did you
miniseries.
lend me those?
You read them.
Yeah.
And they got Superman. He's got Captain America's shield, Thor's hammer, the Hulk's underwear. He's got Black Widow's underwear too underneath that, the thong. That's pretty cool.
Gosh,
this was actually pretty good. You know what
You
they
think
did? You know, DC's all about like the multiverse, right?
Yeah,
There's all
they
different
have what,
universes.
Earth M?
So they said that the Marvel Universe was an alternate universe. It fit perfectly into their whole thing.
And the Marvel Universe is just like...
Marvel Universe didn't acknowledge it, but DC was like, this could actually be canon in some way, you know? And they started doing stuff with Batman, because Batman was the biggest thing. Batman's always the biggest thing there is, you know?
Well, when they rebooted everything, they made like 90 million Batman comics.
Batman's just the best there is. So, Spider-Man and Batman. There you go, Spider-Man and Batman. I don't remember much about it.
No. That couldn't have happened.
Why?
That book doesn't exist.
Why?
Spider-Man and Batman, do you know how annoyed Batman would be? It's like Batman and Booster Gold. If
No,
Booster
it's not
Gold
that
was
bad.
smart.
Don't be a jerk.
What are you saying about Booster Gold,
All right,
jerk
here we go.
face?
Spawn and Batman. And this is Frank Miller with Todd McFarlane drawing, John. That was a good one. It's not that good, but it's pretty good.
You sure?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. I don't think you let me read that one.
What is why? This isn't supposed to be like, you know, John looks through what he wants from me. This is what you're turning this
Of course
into.
it is, John. That's every time I go anywhere.
You're supposed to be talking to the people about comics. You've turned this into like, what can I get from John that based on what he's showing?
Well, I see some CDs back there.
Batman versus Predator.
DVDs.
That was very popular.
Dude, don't tell me you have Green Lantern versus Aliens.
I don't have that. No.
There's actually, if you guys want to look up something interesting relating to this topic,
Yeah.
it's called Batman
Never-
Dead End. It's
Not
on
the boring
YouTube.
stuff that John's showing, but look up some other stuff that's interesting. That's actually
Not now, later.
This one actually I thought was really good. This is Daredevil and Batman.
What?
Yeah, Daredevil and Batman. And they really worked really well together because the storyline was that Matt Murdock, who's Daredevil, he knew Harvey Dent from law school.
But they're not the same universe?
They combined the universes, but it really worked because he knows Harvey Dent. They did some law together, both lawyers, right?
They did some law. That's what they're
And he
calling
know-
it nowadays.
And he knows about what happened with the acid and all that. So he goes out, he has to go after him. It's a whole thing. You'll have to read
Wow.
it. But I'm not going to let you borrow it, so you're not going to know.
Interesting.
Punisher,
Well, Daredevil's a much cooler
Punisher
character than
versus
people give him
Batman.
credit for.
This is a great one, too, because you think about it, Punisher, he murders people. Batman's not about that type of deal, right?
It's like the anti-Batman.
He's similar in some ways, but very different in other ways. So that's a good one.
They could have easily each become the other.
Here's something from the early 90s, going back to the early 90s. They did this, they were trying all kinds of things. Remember we said they kind of killed comics with just too much stuff. Too many
Yeah.
different series, too many number ones, too many different series. This one character would have like 6 different series going.
Like Batman does
They
now.
did the 2099. They go, well, we already have like 5 of the current character. Let's have a future character. So Doom 2099. This is actually one of my favorite covers ever. You can see it's got like
What?
it has a silverish type of thing to it.
Why is Doctor Doom... Is that even the same guy?
No, it's in the future. I think it's a different Doom. I think.
Why
it could be
would
the same.
there be a different Doom?
I don't remember. It could be. You're making me look stupid.
Well, I don't get it. I mean, I could see Doctor Doom becoming, like, finding some way to make himself immortal to live to 2099.
It might be. I don't remember, sir. I don't,
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're right about the cover, though. It is very shiny.
It's an awesome cover. Do you want to take that one from me too? So another thing that they like to do, these comic companies, what they like to do, is they will they'll run themselves into the ground, storyline, continuity wise. They go, we have to restart everything. It's all new again. We're restarting. And one of the times Marvel tried to do this was in the late '90s, and they had this thing called Onslaught, which kind of found its way into a lot of the Marvel Capcom games, I think.
Yeah, if you need a crazy boss, they'll throw Onslaught at you.
Yeah. So this was like the comic where they kind of had Onslaught come and he destroys the Marvel Universe. But it's got a really cool ending. I actually like it a lot because it comes down to the Hulk and Onslaught, and Hulk just like beats the crap out of him, and it destroys the Marvel Universe because it's such an epic battle.
Well, I never actually read how it ended.
You don't want to know about that stuff.
I know what happened to a degree, which was kind of like, wait, that's what caused this thing?
Yeah.
That's what caused this thing?
Yeah.
After all this, it's just this derpy act caused all this nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, here's some interesting stuff. I think a family member got this for me. I think this is. Here we go. Here you go, John. Read this to everyone. You read that?
Lomoragno.
How about this one?
Is that Italian Spider-Man?
It's Italian Spider-Man.
Lomoragno.
I think you can see there, that's the Spider-Man.
Black suit.
Ragno. And then on the back here, Daredevil. See what he's called?
Lomoragno.
He's called Devil.
Special Devil? Oh, just Devil?
Yeah, I guess a special issue. He's called the Devil.
Lomoragno,
There's somebody
Lomoragno.
called the Cyborg, whatever the hell that is. He's an Italian-only character. I don't know.
Or DC's Ticked.
Cyborg, yeah. So I got a lot more stuff. I got 1602. You know about that.
That was
John.
good.
Explain it.
Now, basically, take the Marvel Universe, set it back in expanding colonial England in the year 1602.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. The X-Men are living in Britain. Doctor Strange is an advisor to the Queen. Nick Fury is like her general. Xavier's running a school. There's the Spanish Inquisition is hunting down mutants.
So it's basically like if the Marvel Universe existed in 1602 instead of the whatever.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff that you kind of realize after reading it once and you go, oh. But they somehow compressed, like what? 8 Marvel Universe stories into one run.
Yeah.
They throw the Phoenix Saga in there and a few other surprises.
And they did like a follow-up series which wasn't quite as good.
Really?
So I got a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna try to cut it. It's just too much to go through. Here's a couple stupid things. Look at this X4. Hold on.
What?
X4.
What is X4?
It's the X-Men and the Fantastic Four combined, and they created X4.
So how many are there?
What do you mean? How many guys are there?
How many people?
It's all
on
the X-Men and the
X4 team?
Fantastic Four.
That's like, we should know how many there are. That should be part of it.
It's all of the X-Men. What do you mean? You don't know how many X-Men there are? There's millions of them.
And it should be called the All of Them Four.
These are kind of like they started doing this a couple years ago at the end, and we show how the guys die. This is Wolverine in the end. I know they did like pretty much everyone. X-Men, Fantastic
everybody.
Four, everybody.
Yeah, Wolverine. Oi.
This is something that came out during Christmas, like a Christmas special.
Oh.
This is the Punisher's Red Xmas.
No.
And I'm pretty sure he kills Santa in this. I'm pretty positive about this. I remember reading it on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's one of the Marvel Knights books, right?
Yes.
I like those.
So
One
I
of
got a lot
my
more
favorites.
stuff. I'm not going to go through all of it right now. It's just too much. Here's a couple
but-
of good things. Some probably the most valuable things I have. I got really into the Daredevil, Frank Miller stuff in the 80s, which was all about Bullseye, Elektra, all that stuff. I love that. It's like my favorite stuff ever. So I had all the graphic novels, but I wanted to get one of the real issues. And I found this one. This is Daredevil 181. Right there. And it goes way back. It looks like I spent $60. This is $60 on there. Maybe I haggled with the guy a little bit. Are you standing? What is going on?
Yeah, I'm standing now.
What happened?
I felt like standing.
All right. You're kind of freaking me out. So there you go, John. It's a lot better than the movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, by a long shot.
I don't hate that movie as much as a lot of people do.
It's
I don't
not that bad, but it could have been way better.
know. It absolutely could have been a lot better.
Now one thing.
Yeah.
Going,
Go ahead.
going back to the Marvel Knights stuff.
Yeah.
I like that because they give you like what, a short 5 or 6 book run for a character that doesn't really get much anything sometimes.
Yeah, but then they started the long series too.
Well, they did one for Multiple Man, Jamie Madrox, and I thought that was pretty cool. The direction they took it was kind of meh, but I always thought this was a cool character. Like, his ability is to make copies of himself. Like, if you hit him, or if he like goes like that, a duplicate pops out. So
Here's
what they ended
something
up
weird.
doing,
Oh, go ahead.
they ended up deciding that he could keep his duplicates out, and whatever they learned, he'd learn. So he started sending them off to school and stuff, and to train and do all this garbage. He started absorbing them back, and now he's a private eye.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, the premise. But I don't know. I was happy he finally got his own book.
All right, so here's the best thing I have by far. This is tremendous, okay?
Is it a photo of me?
I have many of those, but I don't show those publicly. Those are mine. That's from my time. John, do you have some stats on this? So you can do it justice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Giant size X-Men #1. This is a big time comic book. This was the debut of many of these characters.
Yep.
It's not the debut of Wolverine. He was in Hulk before that. Some of the other ones were other issues. But this is the first time these guys are X-Men together. You've read this before, right? It's when they formed this team, right?
Yeah, that's when they basically the original X-Men team got stuck on this island, and Cyclops was the only one who was able to escape. And what ends up happening is Professor Xavier needs to summon a new mutant team to help Cyclops free the old X-Men.
Yeah.
And so he went for the diversity angle and got somebody from Cairo, Russia, even somewhere as far away as Canada to join his new team.
And Mexico, Thunderhawk, or whatever his name is.
You mean Warpath?
Yeah, Warpath. I'm thinking of freaking Street Fighter. So as you can see, I have this is the actual comic inside here. It's bagged and boarded. And then this is a light canceling.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why?
I just looked up the price.
Well, mine's not mint condition. What's the price you found?
On a rate, I've got ratings here from 7 to 9.8.
I'd say I'm a 7.
$427.50.
Yeah, I might have to sell that soon to pay some bills.
Oh.
No, well, I mean it's funny. There's like there's good, very good, fine, very fine plus, near mint plus, mint. Then there's something beyond mint, which is like certified, and they
Peppermint.
Peppermill. So
Stint.
I think it's actually pretty good. It's got the pages aren't too yellowed and they're crisp.
Well, you've had them in a yellow binder.
It's not a binder. It's a hard shell.
All right, shell, whatever.
So this is my pride and joy, and I have this, and that's my best comic. It's probably worth more than every other thing I have here.
Aw. It is pretty amazing, though.
This is how much more I'm working with right now. Let's see if I can...
Oh, dude. Lion King.
Yeah. This is all the boxes I have.
Wow.
10 boxes.
Oh, my... Wow.
Yeah. So...
Dang, man.
It's just too much stuff. A lot of it's just not good.
Oh.
Here, give me a second.
So, while John's doing that, I'm going to keep talking. Ha-da-da-da-da-da. All right, guys, seriously, like, Multiple Man is the greatest character ever, aside from Cyclops and Green Lantern.
What are you telling
What?
me?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
So that's gonna do it for the comic stuff.
Aw.
If people really like it, I'll definitely do some videos going through.
But we had I had a really great character that I pulled some information up on.
But also I might do some videos just for my own sake. 'Cause I'll probably want to get rid of a lot of it, so I could be like, here's I could look back on this is the stuff I had.
Aw. Did you have any Legion of Superheroes comics?
No.
But John, Matter Eater Lad is the best character ever. He has the amazing power that he can eat anything.
Really?
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So good.
So that's that, John. What stuff do you want to buy from me? $400 for the X-Men. What was the mint giant size? Did you see that?
About $5,000
for the mint.
Yep.
It's probably hard to find though.
I would not be
surprised. It's hard to find a mint because it's a giant-sized comic,
Yeah, $4,481. High 5,000.
I don't even know if they had. I don't even know if they had bags and boards for that back then. That size.
Seriously?
For a special sized comic.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Actually, it was worth a lot back in 2009.
Went down.
Yeah, 2009. You could have gotten it for $7,000 mint.
Wow. So, in closing on this, I like comics.
I do too. I've got Aquaman.
I think a lot of times I think it's like the best visual storytelling thing. I think I prefer it to movies most of the time. I remember when they were making the X-Men movie, people were like real excited, and they were like, they're making an X-Men movie. It's gonna be great. I'm like, well, the comics are fine. Why do we need that?
Well, I like seeing it in new mediums.
Yeah, I do too. I like the animation and all that stuff. But at their best, like when the comics are at their best, there's nothing better than that. The comics at their best are better than the best movies that they've done.
That's right.
And it's you could just do anything with a comic. You could just do anything. You could draw anything, and it looks okay.
I can draw you the world.
Like a movie, they got to make this like Daredevil. They got to make this stuff happen. And sometimes it comes off a little weird. It doesn't come off that well. You got to put it in motion.
And everything looks different with real people.
Yeah, and also, the comics, they can do whatever they want. They don't have to worry about Hollywood stuff. It must be this way. The movies have gotten better with that, though,
They're doing all right.
They've gotten a lot better with like letting the characters be than what they are instead of being like, it must be our version. We must improve on this. So, that's that. Anything else to say?
Support your local comic book store.
Are you gonna stand? There are none anymore.
Oh.
We should have
We
mentioned
got
that.
a couple in Stamford.
We should have mentioned that too. Like
What?
back in that time period, there was multiple stores in every town.
Oh, yeah, they were everywhere.
You used to have an arcade and a comic store, man. That was commonplace.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've still got a couple in my town right now. Well, one in Stamford and one where I work in Norwalk. Plus a gaming store.
That's kind of unique though for everyone else.
Yeah, so we're fairly well taken care of in that regard.
If you're in like a huge metropolitan area, then you might have one or two.
Oh, yeah, well, New York City's got a ton.
Yeah.
Jim Hanley's, Midtown, all sorts of stuff. And then gaming places like Complete Strategist and whatnot, too.
All right. Why don't we do some comments now? It's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock,
them
it's
comments.
comment time. OJ makes a stupid rhyme.
Did we lose the audience? Oh, we're going strong right now. We're a little bit up, I think. Look at that.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention before comments.
Yes.
Everybody, don't forget to... Well, everybody in the U.S., don't forget to set your clocks forward an hour on Sunday because it is daylight stupid time once again. That's right, folks. It's a time of year where we throw convention out the window and become blithering idiots and set our clocks forward 1 hour to make my life miserable.
Why are you saying this? What's going on?
I hate daylight savings time.
Why?
It's annoying and stupid, and I don't like it.
What's wrong with it?
It does some good, but I don't think it does as much as as enough to make it worth it anymore. I think if daylight saving time is so great, then either we should always be in daylight savings time, or we should never be in daylight savings time.
Well, we just get rid of time zones altogether. It'd be better for us. Everyone in the world was on the same clock.
That wouldn't quite work out. If you said, I need to meet somebody at 3 o'clock, and whose 3 o'clock is it? I don't know.
You know what? We forgot to mention last week when you
Oh,
were
no, you're right, actually. I see your point, John.
when you were on your trip. I called you like very early in the morning.
Yeah.
I called him and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I go, "John, I'm recording this." He goes, "What?" And I go, "No." Then I was like, "I should have recorded it. Shit. I should have done that. That's an intro
Like,
right there."
I'm in Las Vegas. I got to bed at like 4 a.m. He's calling me at like 9.
It was noon.
Or
I said, he goes, "It's not." I go, "No, it's noon. What do you mean? It's noon." Were you mad?
It
Were you mad
isn't.
about that?
I was so tired, John. You have no idea.
You seem a little tired. You seem a little tired right now.
I am. I don't know why. I'm just so beaten right now. I'm like doing my best here, and I'm just like,
I lost you for some reason. What happened?
I blame the government.
I don't know what happened. I lost you.
I'm sorry.
All right, do the comments while I try to fix this.
What?
Do the comments while I try to fix this.
All right. Our first comment today comes from Heartless Hollow 49. Dang, OJ, you've got balls of steel for doing that jump. I would have been pooping my pants if I was doing that.
Did he say
yes.
Did he say pooping?
No.
What did
he
he
didn't
say?
say dang either.
What did he actually say?
S-wording.
This is how I know that you're not the clone OJ.
What?
This is how I know that you're not the cloned OJ.
Okay, but I totally didn't poop my pants. Yes, that is a thing that didn't happen. Good, let's move on.
Yeah, a lot of big reaction last week to the jump that you did.
I did it for
A lot
you
of people
guys,
said-
folks.
A lot of people said,
all y'all.
I now have respect for OJ. I guess they didn't before this. I don't know what happened. All it took was for you to jump off a building. Oddly enough.
Oh boy. So, okay,
Yes.
moving on.
Yeah.
Our next comment is from our friend Layla Alvar. He pooped oranges and the juice just squirted out of his pants. Lol. I would not want to be the person who waits at the bottom of the building for the person to land, because you never know what will land first. Maybe that's why they make you wear their special jumpsuits. It's not so you can hook yourself up properly to the winch or anything. It's so if you poop your pants, it has to go through 3 layers, assuming you're wearing underwear, before it lands on the person at the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine that? Like you're falling next to it and you're just trying not to land on it? Let's move on.
Did you have to go to the bathroom when you did the jump?
No, I went right beforehand though.
Can you go while you're up there? What if you go after?
Bathroom?
Is there a bathroom on top of the thing?
You can't go to the bathroom once you put the suit on.
Why do you have to wear the suit?
Because it's got pulleys and harnesses and stuff, so you don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
And it kind of rides you up the crotch.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah. So, moving along, or?
Yeah.
All right. PS3 TNA says, OJ should go to Texas so we can do the Big Texan 72-ounce steak challenge for Ramborgia.
Would you do that? I mean, you're now an adventurer, so is this on the list?
Excuse me. But, I can't eat a 72-ounce steak.
What's the most you've eaten?
Calorie-wise or food-wise?
Just in sheer weight of food.
Weight?
Yes, in weight.
Well, I ate almost a whole loaf of bread yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
How much did it weigh?
Not much. Weight
Why'd you bring it
food?
up? I'm talking a meal, and I'm talking weight
Oh, duh.
of just pure
The
poundage.
buffet in Vegas.
What'd you have?
Oh gosh, what didn't I have? Miniature. What they claimed was Wagyu slider, a dumpling, some bread, slab bacon, sausages, 2 or 3 of them, regular bacon, I think,
Canadian bacon as
2
well?
tacos,
Canadian bacon?
maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Some cheese, some crackers, one Nutella chocolate caramel crepe with whipped cream, strawberries and cherries and raspberries. 2 cake pops and onion rings and fried chicken.
A lot of people in the comments said you lost weight last week. Did you put the weight back on since then?
I didn't put all of it back on. I put on like 3 to 5 pounds.
You put on 3 to 5 pounds in a week.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the deal? You're not into the food challenges?
I can't eat that much.
The thing is, I feel like I could do it. You might say, "Oh, well, what do you mean you could do that?" But I could eat what I want to. I can put on a lot of food down. It's kind of like that dude, the Japanese dude, Kobayashi. He wasn't very big, but he could eat more than anyone.
Yeah, but
because he's got this room to fill.
72 ounces. All right.
I would try it. But anyway, the bigger story here...
That is 4.5 pounds of meat.
The bigger story here is since you're going on all these trips and stuff all the time, you're going to have to start doing these different adventures. And reporting back to us.
I'll do stuff, but I'm not going to... Like,
and if the
last time I was in
72-ounce
Vegas,
steak...
I tried to eat a steak sandwich that was 10 to 20 ounces of steak. I couldn't finish that.
Yeah, but you eat other stuff with it.
Yeah.
If you had just that, you could have done it.
Frozen hot chocolate, and then a fried Oreo sundae.
If you had just that, you could have done it.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's progress from this.
Okay. So, our next comment is from Jonathan Tapia. John Rambo wasn't off by much when he said, what happened? Did they kill off a character? Did a bad episode just air that the My Little Pony people were like, that's it? Well, I guess you can say they killed off the purple mane, not beard, pony in a way that some bronies left the fandom. Squinty face emoticon. John, have you been watching episodes? Also, I wish I could have gone just to see OJ at an effing pony convention. Squinty face emoticon.
Yeah, that was from last week. You guys went to a My Little Pony convention. I don't know if you went or not. You said you didn't, but I think you did.
I helped
All right,
them.
So, yeah. I think you went. You were there. So, I said, like, what happened? Did they kill a character off? Like the purple bearded pony, blah, blah, blah. So what this guy's telling me is apparently this is kind of true. they did something to the purple-tailed pony.
Yeah,
And I just know. I just have my hand on the pulse of pop culture. I just know it's gonna. It's predictable. There's a lot of these things happen all the time.
Well, actually, my friends told me what happened.
My question is, why are they killing off ponies in a show for little kids?
They didn't kill anyone off exactly.
Oh, okay. They just changed it.
Do you want me to tell you what happened, John?
I don't really care. It was like an evolution, like a Pokemon or something.
Kind of.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
They just arbitrarily did something apparently that ticked people
They changed
off.
the character around. And so this stuff always happens, This happened with the Rugrats. Remember that?
What, when they added Dill?
No, they made them adults. Or they made them older kids or something like that.
Oh, man, was it terrible?
I don't know. I'm just coming up with shit.
Oh, okay.
They did it with Spider-Man.
They made him old?
Yeah.
What?
They did it with the show when we added clones. Yeah, by the way, I don't have your video anymore, so it's just going to be like that for the rest of the night because I don't know what's going on.
That's good because I'm sticking my tongue out at you.
Don't do that, please. I don't like not seeing what you're doing to me. Stop that, you disgusting. All right, keep going.
Oh my gosh, you could actually see the video?
I can see you on Skype, but no one else can see it.
I told you I was sticking my tongue out.
I can't see it through this, so.
Well, in that case, do I need to blow my nose? I can't really tell.
Just keep going.
So, okay, our next comment is from Helen Kenobi. OJ practicing at the shooting range for his main target, Ron Jambo.
Is that true?
Could be. No, I don't want to shoot people. I want to shoot pieces of paper shaped like people. Wait,
you're getting into shooting now.
What do you mean now?
You've always been into shooting things.
No, well, last year when I went to Vegas and shot guns, I'm like, that was really fun. I want to do this. But then I got really distracted by doing, Schnoz Man and a whole bunch of other
blame me
things.
for ruining your life.
You haven't ruined my life. You gave me something meaningful and lasting instead of
right.
wasting my money on guns.
So you're gonna buy a gun now? Are you gonna have it in the house?
Kind of want to.
What is the purpose of having it? You just feel like you want
Target shooting.
That's the only reason?
It's a lot cheaper than renting a gun every time.
So you want to own a gun in your home?
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable if every one of your neighbors had a gun? I'm just asking. There's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, except for that one guy. He's kind of shifty.
Okay. But you think they should be comfortable with you having it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna box it up, go to the range, shoot some targets.
Do you have a range near your house?
Yeah, there's some nearby. Worst case, there's one in Ridgefield.
All right.
America.
You're not gonna get violent with me when I yell at you anymore.
No.
I don't know. This might change a lot of things. I have to watch.
I have blunt swords. I mean, what?
You're gonna have to hide it because when your crazy friends come over, we'll see the gun.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna hide.
I want to wave it around while I play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna wave it around. Here I go. Is that gonna happen?
Just lock it up.
All right. Well, I hope you do the right things with it.
John, I'm not gonna do anything bad, and honestly, this is only if I even have time to get the dang thing.
I just hope that you're gonna be safe.
I wanted to shoot. I wanted to do archery too, but I haven't found an archery range nearby. It's kind of funny. It was easier for me to find a gun range than an archery range.
All right, right on.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
There's nothing wrong with this.
I like archery too. All right.
I think if I saw you with the gun, it would be a bizarre scene.
I have photos.
Like if I saw you at the range, like you were at the range, and somehow I was there, I wouldn't be there. I would just be like, everyone has to go now. Everyone has to get out of here.
Why? Because I'm crazy?
This man, you don't know him like I do.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
All right.
Seriously?
No, I'm joking. Come on.
I know. You can't see me smiling right now. Well,
see, they're saying in the chat right now. Mooney says, I can't picture OJ with a gun. Other people are saying similar things. Your neighbors should not feel safe with you having a gun. You're the guy who runs around dressed as a superhero. See, there's a lot of people, I can't imagine it either. That's why I think I have the same thing as everyone in the chat right now.
Superheroes don't need guns.
We're kind of shocked by this.
Well, Why?
You've become so violent.
I'm not violent. I like accuracy challenges.
Why don't you play darts? It's a lot cheaper. It's cheaper than anything.
I don't want to put holes in my wall.
You get like a board. All right, just keep going. They're
Now
saying,
turning off of Dead Horse Boulevard.
They're saying it's a work and that you're trolling.
What has to be a work?
I don't know. Just keep going, man.
What does that even mean?
They're saying it's a work. They're saying it's a put on. They're saying that you're pulling our leg. That's not really true. You're screwing with me, maybe.
Oh. Okay. Well, in any event, Helen Kenobi's comment was already read.
Yeah.
So I'll read Jay Pillsperson's comment. I want to meet them in real life. ...
That's very nice. Now,
Yeah.
he probably doesn't feel the same way anymore after hearing our past conversation. But you're going to PAX East, right? It's a good opportunity to talk about that.
I'm going to PAX East, and you'll find me wandering around.
You know who's going to PAX East, right?
Me? No, who's going?
Oh, I got you back. All I had to do was refresh the thing.
Oh, no!
There you are.
So I lost like half my head.
Venomous Fat Man's going to be there.
Oh, dude, wicked sweet.
So I want you to talk to him and hang out with him a little bit.
All right.
And where else are you going this year?
Oh, gosh. I might be going to Colossal Con.
What the hell's that?
It's in a water park in Ohio.
Is that for gun nuts or is that for normal people? What type of people could go to that? Do you have to have several guns or just one?
I don't even have a gun yet, man.
I'm just joking.
I know. No, it's I think it's an anime/gaming convention. I'm not really sure, but Carol Ann's going, and after she's told me what the water park was like, I'm just like, forget it. I'll go for the park.
All right.
I think that would be pretty sweet.
Where
And
else?
also, I think there was another one I was going to. I can't remember what it was, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to anything. We'll see.
Hey.
I'm on dire straits right now. It's not too good. It's not too good right now.
Oh.
But it's all right. I got credit cards, and you just keep racking up the bills. You put them on there. What are you gonna do?
Aw.
Yeah, these are going fine.
All right. Well,
Maybe I'll get a gun and solve all my problems. Oh, I'm sorry.
John, that's
say that out loud?
horrible.
Did I say that out
John,
loud?
that is horrible. That is really,
What?
really horrible.
All right. I'm sorry.
Don't scare us like that.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Come on, man.
All right.
Come
all
on,
right.
man.
Whatever. Hey, so we've got a comment from Xynozoff12.
Mm-hmm.
DSP bought me here. And the reply from Mega Weapon X2. And how much were you worth?
Yeah, I guess he was trying to say DSP brought me here.
Yeah.
He said DSP bought me here, and Omega says, how much were you worth? I thought it was kind of funny. So, yeah, I think Phil put us in the Twitter or something.
Oh, that's
mentioned us
cool.
in Twitter, which was nice.
Yeah.
Our ratings were up a little bit.
Very
So
kind
it
of
was
him.
very appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking for us to have DSP on the show. I wonder if you noticed that. Did you notice that?
Every now and then, yeah.
So we'll do that in time. Gotta
When
find
the
something.
timing is right.
Gotta find something good for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize this though, but I do stuff with him every week. I do stuff with him every week. I drive. It's about an hour and a half to his house, one way, and then back. We do stuff all day. We do Smart Guys, which used to be on my channel, which he hosted on my channel, and then we do a bunch of gameplay. So I do stuff with him every week.
Oh, yeah.
We do a lot of stuff. And last week I went down and we spent the day. I showed him I lent my knowledge of streaming and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Very kind of you.
I feel kind of good about things. I kind of learned how to do it, and then I kind of passed it on, and it seems like he's having fun with that.
I'm glad that he's enjoying it.
I think he's streaming while we're doing the show right now.
Oh.
Just kind of a dick move. I'm joking, by the
Aw.
way. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
No, I'm joking, everybody. No, it's we got everyone that usually watches us here, so it didn't really affect us.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we've got one more comment.
Yeah.
A mother effing ninja. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's all he said.
What doesn't... I don't...
That's all I said. I just don't get it.
I
And I guess that's all that needs to be said. It's not for everyone. The show, it's not for everybody. You know, it's some people just don't get it.
We were happy that he came by.
But some people do get it. And those are the people that we do it for. So
You guys.
yeah, the 1%. That's right.
The ballsy 1%.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, that's everything I got in the list of comments here.
Okay. We could let's see. Could do some calls.
Okay. I got
Okay.
a question for callers.
Yeah.
Callers, what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever cooked and eaten?
Oh, you want to
If
have?
you don't have a topic, use that.
We're doing like a topic calls. I didn't know this.
If they don't have a topic, use that.
All right.
Because honestly, I'm still on my curry bread kick. I'm still really happy about having made that.
What did you make?
So I had leftover pancakes at my house from Sunday and leftover curry that I was thawing out in the fridge. And I'm like, man, how could I eat both of these at the same time? So I found a recipe from Runny Runny 999 for how you can take two pieces of bread, put curry in the middle, cover it in egg, flour, and breadcrumbs, and fry it, and make curry bread, a delicious Japanese food. I mean, not the same as the official stuff, but still pretty good. And I'm like, all right, so I made it with pancakes.
Yeah.
I took 2 pancakes, put curry in the middle, sealed them with egg yolk, covered them in flour, covered them in egg yolk, covered them in breadcrumbs, and fried them. And then when I ran out of pancakes, I did bread. I used like 3/4 of a loaf of bread and 3 pancakes and about a third of 1.5 quarts of curry and then ate all of it. I
That was-
felt very sick, but it was delicious.
Is this maybe why you're kind of out of it today?
That was Monday, though.
Well, it could affect you.
Yeah, I ate basically 0.5 quarts of curry, about 8 slices of bread, and 3 pancakes, fried.
That was the answer to my question about what was the most amount of food you had.
Yeah, but that wasn't that much food. It was just really heavy. Oh, and I thought I poured in too much oil at the beginning.
Yeah,
By the time
Iron
I
Wolf.
was done frying, it was all gone.
Iron Wolf says that the scripture made me puke just listening to it. I kind of agree with that.
What? They looked so good, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can leave comments as well in the chat. We can answer that.
Yeah. So if you guys don't
Let's get
really-
it rolling here. Let's get some stuff going here. What do we got? Who wants to call in? GRP the show. Iron Wolf says, please, OJ, just stop, please. Doug wants to know about the P.O. box. Where's his P.O. box at? Doug wants to come on.
Oh, I'm a bad person. All right, I get it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get Mark in here because I got to talk to Mark about a few things.
Hockey?
Try to keep it quick, everybody. Oh, Mooney's got to come out, too. He's got a code he wants to give out. Mark, stop watching hockey, man.
Sorry.
What game is this?
I didn't find the accept button, or whatever you would like to call it.
What game you
It
watch?
ended up on my other screen.
What game is on?
It's Chicago versus Colorado.
I've been watching the Rangers a little bit, more than I have been in recent years. And I'm liking what I see. The last couple of games they won.
Yeah, Nash is amazing for them right now.
Yeah, he's great.
He,
Rick Nash.
that was a perfect
That's
pickup.
that's a badass name. Imagine if Rick Nash. That's like, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
That sounds like a wrestling name.
You're just the badass dude. Mark, I want to
still
talk to you,
is.
man. Mark,
Done.
Mark, we're going to talk about this. I know there's a non-disclosure agreement. We're just going to forget about that.
Yeah,
So me and Mark have been playing Marvel Heroes. We played last night a
Yes.
little bit.
yeah.
Mark, do I suck at the game or what?
No, not that much.
That much.
Not in my opinion, really.
You're playing the Black
comes out.
Panther. You're playing the Black Panther. It's kind of an interesting character.
Yes, that's because I didn't really know when I first started. I just picked Black Panther. No, Daredevil was the first one I picked.
Yeah.
Then I went into the store to see what that was like,
Yeah.
and it didn't say anything that I had any money that I could use.
Right.
So I thought, okay, because I have the ultimate pack, I can just pick everything.
Yeah, not on the beta though.
Yeah, but so then I noticed after accidentally buying Captain America and also Black Panther that it costed stuff. So
You were like, screw it.
suddenly-
You know what? I'm just gonna use the Black Panther. I didn't really want him, but whatever.
I started using Captain America, but he's so bad.
Ah.
I
Come
don't know
on.
why. He's so bad in this
sucks.
game. I don't. Yeah.
Wow.
So but they buffed everyone last night. Both. That's why it was much easier last night, because there were a couple of characters that was just overpowered. Thor was one of them, and also Scarlet Witch I think was also overpowered.
The
And
Hulk
But
seems
if you
pretty
think about
crazy.
it, that kind of
Yeah.
makes sense. You can see Thor as being overpowered, and Scarlet Witch was kind of overpowered at one point, when she made mutants not exist.
Yes. And Wolverine is one of the most powerful.
Oh, really?
Moonsbro had helped me out on one of the hood
Moonsbro's
boss
playing. We
because-
got a whole group going already, John.
Yeah, Moonsbro helped me because I was Captain America and I couldn't kill shit. So
Come on, man.
Oh.
You should know better. You're from Sweden. You shouldn't be picking Captain America.
That's
You know
that's a
better.
good
I
point.
picked him by accident. I told you that.
Should know better, Mark.
Yes, but I'm no. In Sweden, we didn't really get that much comics. We got the TV and movies and that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
it never got big. It's just like wrestling.
You never
I
got to
didn't
see wrestling.
think I was like 14 first time I heard about wrestling.
Wow.
So
I got to go to
didn't-
Sweden and start open a comic book
Educate.
wrestling shop.
Yeah,
Don't go
and
out of business.
I watch your Smart Guys and that stuff, but I really don't feel like watching a wrestling show yet because you talk that they're so bad already. So I don't feel like watching.
Yeah, you're better off without it.
Yeah,
So, Mark,
exactly.
just real quick, I want to try to get some other people in here, but what do you
Yes.
what do you think about the game in general, though? Are you enjoying it?
It's well, my problem with it at the moment is that it doesn't do anything different than you would say like Torchlight that you can compare it to, or
Yeah.
Diablo 3.
the
I
same
think
thing.
Torchlight 2 was a better game, but that's my opinion. So
Well, I guess the difference is it's got the superheroes, so it's kind of a different audience.
Yeah,
Like I didn't play those other games, but I'll play this one. So
yeah, but
So-
I still think that they could do something different. I mean, it's feeling rather much the same thing.
there's some pretty
and-
bad like lag sometimes when there's like a ton of people. I don't know if you got those situations yet.
Yes. Yeah.
Just I had like 50
how
people on the
hard
screen. It was just
they're
like,
going to manage later on when they're going free to play in April. I believe it's
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 1,000 people the first couple of days. It's gonna be terrible.
yes, the lag is gonna be awful.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll have more than one server.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
is
so.
that what the problem is? They're all on one server?
Yeah, but it's only closed beta, so it shouldn't be that
Yeah.
much problem.
All right, Markster. I want to thank you. Everybody go check out Mark's channel.
Yes,
Mark
we
the
have
NHL.
lots, but Crown the NHL. at the
Crown the
moment.
NHL, I'm
Also,
sorry.
just want to say something really quickly about Crown the NHL. This weekend, if I can get it finished, there will be something interesting involving my character being John Rambo on NHL 13. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to be
I don't know.
a
I don't know how to ice
super-
skate, dude.
No, but it's going to be a story-driven thing. If you were a hockey player,
All right. Well, as long as I'm like
It's too extreme.
as long as I'm Rick Nash, it'll be all right.
well,
All right, but we'll see
let's
you later.
say it started off really great for me. I will tell you that in the first
All right, good.
episode. So hopefully, if I can, I have to go through 1 hour and 47 minutes of footage. So hopefully, I can get it down to 5 minutes, like I wanted to. So.
All right. Well, if you need any help, let me know with the editing and stuff. And Mark, you know what I want to hear before you go? Let's hear it. He's got to think about it. Let's see what he's got for us today.
Do something different.
Something different. All right. Here we go. The crowd is waiting.
Bloody hell, it's fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screw you, Captain America, as well. All right.
Screw you, fucking Captain America. Go to hell.
All right, Mark. Thank you, sir. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah. All right. We gotta get Mooney in here. He's got a code.
Oh.
Here he comes.
Got a couple chat questions too.
We got chat questions. You writing them down or anything?
I could.
I see you talking to people. What is this?
I got the chat question.
What's going on?
Mooney.
Yo! Welcome to the party!
So I got this code for Dark Knight Returns.
Look at this, guys. He'll sit up. All right.
It's a 4-part comic, but I think this is just the first one. So
Oh, it's like the digital comic.
Yeah.
This fits in perfectly with today's show. Do you know that? It fits in perfectly.
Get out of my head!
All right. I guess you can give out the code anytime you want.
Okay, I'm going to post the link for the site that you redeem it at in the chat.
Okay.
And I'll read it off here so everyone has a equal shot. It's
All right.
DKR-E2APY5.
All right. One more time.
DKR-E6E2APY5. Here, I'll hold it up then, too. Let's see.
All right. There you go. And you get is it the motion comic or something, or just the digital version?
It's just the digital version, as far as I know.
All right. Somebody.
Came with the Dark Knight Returns Part 2 Blu-ray, so...
Oh, nice. You watch it yet?
Yep.
Cool.
It was
stuff.
pretty good. Yep.
Yeah, we like that. Mooney, what's going on otherwise, man? How you doing? You going to PAX or anything?
Probably going to too many games.
Okay.
That's probably about it. And then Comic-Con again in the fall. So.
I think I'm going to try to go to New York Comic-Con.
You
Yeah.
should.
I didn't go last year. I might try to go this year.
We know.
Yeah, I'm going to get a 2-day pass this year. I only went for 1 day last year.
Yeah, I'm only going to do one. I can only take 1 day.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
like
gonna
it's
do
crowded.
do the floor 1 day, and then I'll do the panels another day because I missed that Walking Dead panel that I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, not too much is new. I've been reading this right here.
Walking Dead.
Yep. So.
Nice.
John, did you read the Walking Dead stuff?
No.
Yeah, we're out of the loop on that, man. I got on top of it.
I know there's a lot of people that watch. Like I started out watching the show.
Yeah.
But for as good as the show is, the comics a million times better. Like you were saying, when comics are at their best, there's no other.
Yeah, man.
Medium that
I think I agree. That's how I look at it. It's art meeting dialogue. It's a powerful thing. So.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mooney, we'll talk to you soon, sir. Thank you for the code. It's always a delight. We'll talk to you on the Twitter machine. Bob Saget's out there waiting for you. Perry Saturn's getting tweets from you now. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys get any snow at all today?
We're getting snowed right now.
It started?
They closed everything around here. Like, my kids didn't have school today.
Yeah.
And all it did was rain here.
Uh-huh.
Like it went from 8 to 12 inches. An hour later, it was like 4 to 6 inches. And then later on, it was like an inch to covering.
Yeah, we might have, what was it, John, 5 to 9 inches or something tonight?
Last I checked, it was. They kept saying 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. So 3 to 9 it says, but I don't think we're gonna get that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not complaining, but like my kids were at home for a rainy day.
Well, you
today.
gotta complain about that, right? Come on. You got stuff to do.
Yep.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty.
All right, bye.
Later.
Hey, have a good night.
All right. Yeah, we're running a little long here. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay, because
All right, we're gonna get Super Freak in. I don't think he's ever been on before.
all right. Whoa.
Super Freak.
Hello?
Super
you hear me?
Freak. Yeah.
We can hear you.
Ah, awesome. Awesome.
What's up,
First
man?
time on here. It's good.
Yeah, you've been around a long time
Yes.
and never got to talk to you before.
Yeah, I'm
Welcome.
sort of like the Dark Knight, sort of in between, not really showing my face. I thought I would for the first time.
So it's loading. Something's happening there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You made art first like years ago, right?
Yeah,
time
yeah. Sort of in between college work. I ain't really got time now, but yeah.
Aw,
I
back
hear
in the
that.
day.
Yeah, I got you. What's going on today, man?
Well, just come back from work, play some Tomb Raider for a bit.
How you liking the Tomb Raider? I know that just came out.
It's like really brutal
It's
compared
hard
to
or
like
something?
the originals. No, like she takes so much damage. There's just so much bad things that happen to her in the game. Like,
So
it's
much
like
bad,
the
so many
developer's
bad
got a
things.
weird fetish or something to like hurt her. It's really weird.
Wow, she's just getting beat up. It's like some kind of a
Yeah.
wow.
Sadist Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I had a question though.
Yes, sir.
With the comic books, do you get annoyed when people look down on you for reading them compared to books? Because I find it really annoying.
Yeah, I think so. Like you go to we got like this big bookstore here called Barnes and Noble, and you go in there.
Oh.
There's all kinds of books, and you go in there and you're like, people looking at all kinds of things and religious books and things about political things, and you're like, you go into the back and you're looking through like all the graphic novels and stuff, and they actually put it like in the kids section.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's with like all the kids stuff.
Yeah, I've been to a library. They've done the same.
Yeah, I
I've
don't really
got-
care. I mean, I just like it. I mean, and you look at, like we brought up, like Watchmen and certain other things. Like those go toe to toe with a lot of books.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Especially with all the interlocking stories and characters, it's almost some ways better because there's
Yeah.
more to it.
It's really changed over the years too. I think when I was younger, it was more of a faux pas to be like, what the hell is this you're looking at? But now it's such a mainstream thing with the movies, and everyone goes to
Yeah.
see like Avengers. Like everyone saw that. Like
Yeah.
a lot of these things. So, and these conventions are so different. Like when I would go to these conventions, it'd be like a bunch of weird dudes like in their 30s and 40s and thumbing through things. But now it's like there's like mainstream companies there, and it's just become a more of a mainstream deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I would get picked on for it because back then it was totally different. I was just born like 10 years too early.
Aw, dude.
So there you go.
I don't know. I got a friend of mine who can't, like, he physically just can't. He tries to read comic books and he can't.
yeah.
I don't know what his deal is, but he just like can't deal with the pictures and the words at the same time or something. And this guy like he can read a 600-page book in like a day, but he cannot read a comic book to save his life.
I had a friend saying, which way do you read it from, the bottom or the top? And I was just like, how can you not know that? It's so easy.
Okay,
It's
here's
just
what you do.
a different word, isn't it?
You get your friend to learn how to read how to read comic books, then hand him one of those manga from Japan that are still printed right to left, and tell him to have fun.
Confuse the hell out
Yeah,
of me.
those really confused me.
No, I don't get how you could get confused and you can read
Yeah.
books the same way, but
Yeah, it's just read it like a book.
yeah. But apparently they just don't understand the concept.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people
Art
don't because
and-
it's not what they're not very popular.
Left
Like-
to right down.
Like I said, everyone will go to the movies to see the Avengers, but they won't read the comic book. No, screw that.
Yeah.
I won't do that.
Oh. All my friends were like, what's the Avengers when I first mentioned it? And
Yeah.
then, all the trailers started coming, oh, this looks amazing. I'm like, I've been waiting for this since, Nick Fury is there at the end of Iron Man, getting
Yeah.
all excited.
and
they're
they're
just
like,
like,
"What?
oh,
Who's this
oh."
guy?
yeah, exactly. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Say what
that-
one more time?
Definitely. All right, I'll probably end it there then, because I'm not a very interesting character, I'm afraid.
I am delighted by you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, and the picture, that isn't actually me. That was dressing up to go out in town. I had to dress up as something, and I chose a hippie.
Why not?
Watch out for Cartman.
So my beard isn't actually that long. It's getting there, but not that long just yet.
Very nice.
Got a little John Lennon thing going on with the glasses. I like that.
It's good enough.
It's like
I paid money for that.
It's a Scott Summers John Lennon.
Let me ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
You're in the UK, right? Am I wrong about this?
Yep, I am in
It was
the...
either the UK or Texas. I couldn't quite put my finger on which one. I think we
Same
have.
thing, right?
I think we have the most of our viewers. I think the people that have the country that has the biggest majority. I think is the UK. Why is this? Why do people in the UK think we are all right?
It's your accent. It's definitely your
It's
accent.
just the accent?
Yeah, it's definitely more interesting than ours, I find.
Oh my gosh.
So it's nothing to do with the content or anything. Oh, the accent. I'll
Oh,
listen
no,
to this.
it's the accent.
Grass is greener. Oh my gosh. The grass is totally greener.
I went to LA in my media class. We went there for a trip, had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Just everywhere, your American accent, that's what made me get fascinated. Not the Warner Brothers studio tour or the Jay Leno show. No, it was your accent. That was the best part.
But Americans like accents from the UK.
I know, it's strange.
Gotta be some way to
weird thing.
capitalize on
Fine,
this.
and I'm like, God, that sounds horrible. It's strange.
There's got to be some kind of swap. We can swap people. We can go and be popular for a day. You know.
I'll just use your John Rambo soundboard.
There you go.
Which
Yes.
If somebody made that would be
Got
hilarious. Except it would all be, shut up, OJ!
Yeah.
I don't say that.
OJ, that's gross.
When did I ever tell you to shut up? Now you're just making things up.
No, you're just making things up, OJ.
Of course,
I do-
now
oh, I
you
do
can
say
take
that.
sound and make it sound like you said that.
There you go.
You've said that now.
All right, sir.
Listen to
Well,
him now.
you certainly are a super freak,
And unique.
and you are unique as well. We thank you for your contributions with the artwork and all that stuff. And
That's fine.
I'm
Hopefully, if
glad-
I've got time, I'll try and make some more. But
yeah, we'll definitely use it.
I've got a new job, so it's
Good, good.
time now. But yeah,
We wish you
okay.
nothing but the best, and we're gonna have to come hang out with you over there.
Yeah, it's
Because I
it's
think more people like us over there than here. Quite frankly, I'm tired of being looked down on.
Come to a Comic-Con down here.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
fun.
smaller, but it's sort of more crazy.
Smaller's better sometimes. Trust me.
That could be worth it. That would be worth a trip.
Well, maybe I'll see you there.
All right.
OJ will be there, and he will jump off the building, the top.
I'm never going to live that down.
All right, dude, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Night.
All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap this up. I have to apologize. We had a lot of people who wanted to get on. Slinky, Booma, Doug wanted to get in here. Next week, we're going to have all you guys on. So, John, write this down right now.
Okay.
We're going to make a note. We're going to promise that we get Slinky and Booma and Doug next week. Are you writing this down?
Yep.
How are you writing it? Typing it?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. So that's going to do it for the show this week, guys. I got to get going. Hope you liked it. I enjoyed going through the comics. Made me realize a few things, some fond memories of the past. Made me realize I have to get rid of some things as well.
Hopefully not me.
Sometimes you got to let go of the past.
Oh.
Especially when the past is a gun-wielding maniac. So with that
You know what, John?
you asked for it. You said, what about me? John, I'm joking. You did a great job today. I'm kind of concerned. You seem a little tired or something.
I am.
I know, you've been working hard, so I'm not going to bust your balls about it.
Thank you.
You're a good man. We thank you. You did a great job. We hope everybody goes to the Ed Trotta fan club on Facebook. Please hit the like button. And Ed would love to talk to you guys, so leave a lot of comments there. Ed's going to be talking to you. We're going to post that again. There you go.
Thank
There
you.
it is. All right. So that's going to do it. Next we've got some nice stuff lined up. We got Doug and Booma and Slinky coming on.
Prepare yourselves.
That's what we know about it right now. And we'll go from there.
All right.
So anything else you want to say, John?
Thank you all for coming in to listen to the show. It's been a great time, and I can't wait to see y'all again next week.
That's absolutely correct. You got the right answer, John. So for OJ, this is John signing off. Thank you for being a part of Genre Presents, the very best in free and optional entertainment. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a lovely evening, a pleasant morning, and a great evening following tonight's evening. Bye-bye.